Hi guys, it's Bella. Welcome to my first official episode of The Faithful Draft. I'm super excited about this podcast. Yeah, oh my gosh, it's like really crazy. I've been teasing it. I've been thinking about this for like a couple months now. So, yeah, now we're finally setting in motion. And honestly, this was the perfect day to do it because today is actually the anniversary of when I published my first book. November 22nd, 2024 is when I published my first book, The Literature of Louisa Norman Collection 1. And it's on Amazon if you want to snag a copy. You'll definitely need this book for following along in this podcast. I'm going to do a lot of episodes where I'm talking about like some stories or some poems. And I feel like if you read the story, because they're not published anywhere else except for the book, they're not even on my new website, I don't think. So yeah, I would definitely get a copy on Amazon if you can. Because I'm going to do a lot of episodes of like behind the scenes stuff for you guys, which I think is kind of cool. So yeah, this is the day that it all started, I guess, 1 year ago, of publishing my first book. So today's episode is basically just going to be talking about like the background behind that. So I started a website the summer that I had graduated high school. I started a website, yeah, and I was just kind of like feeling out how to be a writer before I like completely committed to it. So, like, the name Louisa Norman, that was like my pen name for like a couple months. I didn't even stick with it that long, the pen name, because I was just like, I was writing a bunch of stuff that summer, and I got a little bit of a following, and people like really enjoyed it. Like not even just like my friends and family who are super sweet and supportive, but like other people, like you know, I would get like DMs all the time, like, "Oh my gosh, like this is such a good story," or "This is such a good poem," like all that kind of stuff. And it was kind of like an experiment because like I'm a sophomore in college, so I wanted to commit to my major and my minors relatively quickly so that I didn't waste 4 years of my hard earned money on tuition when I didn't know what I was going to do. But thankfully, I do know what I was going to do because the experiment worked. So right now, I'm a sophomore in college and I'm an English major with a writing minor and a film and television minor. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, it was just like an experiment. I wanted to see if I can try the whole writer thing, publish my work and all that kind of stuff because I've basically been writing my whole life. And it wasn't until middle school I decided that I wanted to try it out for a career. So, which is another episode, I guess. We'll talk about my how I got into writing and all that kind of stuff, but for today we're just talking about my book or how I published this book. But yeah, so I tried it out for a minute and then I was like, you know what? I need some extra cash for college, but also I want to try self publishing because it was something that I could do all by myself if I needed to do it. Like, I didn't need anybody else's help per se. I did get help to an extent, um, but it was mainly me because I was still figuring out publishing and whatnot, and I had learned everything that I think I could learn by myself about writing on my own, and I was like, well, let me try publishing. So then I found out Amazon does publishing, and I was like, I compiled all the stuff, um, all the short stories, all the poems that I had written for the website, and then I also added a few extra stuff in there too that I had been working on for a couple of years, honestly. Yeah, and what else? then I, started announcing it like maybe a month before I actually published it. And here's the thing. So my birthday is November 19th, and I was like, "Ooh, I want it to be kind of a birthday gift to myself." Like not on my actual birthday to publish a book, but like close to my birthday, like as a birthday gift. And I was turning 19 years old, and I was like, "Yeah, let's do it. It should be fun." So, yeah, I decided to publish it on the 22nd, couple days after. I think last year was a Friday, or maybe it was a Saturday. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it was born, and I published it. And, I mean, people not outside of my family or friends like were really shocked that the whole pen name thing, because I had told them. But there was some people in my college and my high school, like people I barely spoke to basically. They like heard about it. I don't know, I guess word of mouth or something like that. And they like I would have people come up to me. They would ask me questions about it and all that kind of stuff. It was really cool, honestly. And like in my school or my high school even, nobody's like ever really done this, especially at my age. Like, so it was very fun and interesting to see the reaction. It was all positive, which is really good. And I felt really supported, which was also good too. Yeah, so it's I don't know. It's been a cool journey. I don't know how I got the pen name Louisa Norman. I think I was all right. Hear me out, okay? I think I was kind of inspired by like Bridgerton, but like okay, like just to let you know, like I Bridgerton, like I watch it on a censor service called VidAngel. Like I don't watch like the actual version of it. Like I watch like a censored version, so I don't see anything like crazy. Um, but yeah, so I was watching that show, and I think I was kind of inspired by lady what's her name? I forgot. It's the one Penelope. I'm sorry if that's a spoiler for you, but yeah, Penelope. I forgot her like pen name, but you know, Penelope. I was kind of inspired by that. So I guess maybe that's kind of where I got it from, I guess. Not the pen name, but like the idea to do it under a pen name, because I was like, well, this girl's doing it. And granted, it's a fictional world, but I was like, oh, this girl's doing it. I mean, she's not doing it for good reasons, but I could do it for good reasons. And yeah. So yeah, basically, so if you're new here, I'm 19 years old, college student, blah, blah, blah. I'm also a Christian. Um, so my content is always going to be clean. No dirty, spicy stuff. There's no cussing. There's nothing like that. Like, it's very clean. But there's some like faith based components. Like, there's some, I mean, in this book specifically, and even in my website now, my new website, because I had to switch websites. But my new website and my old one, there was stories that weren't like always like faith based. Um, because it was just more of like an entertainment like kind of thing, just like a cozy read with coffee or cafe, whatever. Like, and people still do. Apparently, like people go to cafes and bookstores. I'm not even kidding. People have told me they've gone to cafes to read my book, and I was like, that is the point. Thank God. I'm like, that's the point, guys. And I was like so happy. That like made me so happy. Also, side note, um, somebody tried buying my book at a Barnes and Nobles, and I think that's so cute and funny. Um, and I was like, it's not at Barnes and Nobles. You get it off of Amazon. I wish it was in Barnes and Noble. One day, like maybe not this book, but like another book I'll have Barnes and Nobles one day. Yeah. But yeah. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So it's like my whole like I guess aesthetic, and I guess you can kind of tell from like my podcast and all that kind of stuff too, is that like I'm cozy, clean romance, cozy mystery fiction, that kind of stuff. I like making stories that like calm people down, if you know what I mean, I guess. Because I feel like we have a lot of stress. So I feel like when you have a good book, a good story, or a good poem, and you just want to read and relax and chill and have a cup of coffee or tea for the tea lovers, and put on that scented candle to get you into that seasonal mood, um, I feel like, I don't know, that's kind of what I'm trying to achieve, um, in a sense. And this book is definitely full of that. I think it's, yeah, it's even in the back. You guys can't see it, but in the back description that it's like supposed to be super cozy. Um, so yeah, I mean that's kind of how this all came to be. Um, as far as book wise, um, I'm so happy that over the past year people have bought it. People have DM'd me and like shared like their experiences with it and all that kind of stuff and how they got inspired and all that kind of stuff. It's really sweet and I really do appreciate it. Like, please, if you have a reaction to any of the stories, like, or poems, or literally anything that I write, anything, literally, DM me or text me if you have my number, I guess, and tell me your reactions because I love your reactions, especially like I have some friends who have read some of the stuff before like this was published and they've texted me like their reactions and then they texted me like their second reactions because they were reading it again and I was just I love them for it. It's really great to see and I love reading your reactions, definitely, so please send them. I've also had a parent also this past week I've had my classmates, they found out that I published a book and they have they've slammed my book on my desk and they're like, "Can you please sign it?" And I was just like, "Oh my gosh, you scared me first of all, but okay." Like I'll sign it. It's cool. But yeah, so definitely if you have re get a copy, honestly, and all of the money that you guys are putting into this book is for helping me on my next book and also for college so that I can keep being an author and a writer and do all these great and amazing things. I will tease though, I am working on a new book. I've been working on this book since my senior year of high school as well. That year. Yeah, so I've been working on that. I'm kind of in draft three, I guess you would say. Um, not gonna, I mean, there's some things on my Instagram that you can kind of check out and see. Maybe I should do some more posts about like teasing it, I guess. But yeah, so when my winter break is up, I think I'm gonna be sending out some letters to agents so that I can do traditional publishing because I definitely want to venture that route. I feel like I want to try everything. So, yeah. Um, but that's it for today's episode. If you have questions, comments, please follow me on Instagram, writer Louisa Norman 927. Definitely DM me. Definitely get a copy of your book or my book of this. And yeah. Um, until next time, which might be in a couple of minutes because I think I'm posting 2 full episodes today. So I'll see you in a couple of minutes, I guess. Bye.